Hi guys, Johan here. Today we're back for another video. Been a while since I didn't publish anything, but at least I have this one. So we'll play like 50 NL on Winamax, 2 tables. So let's dive into the action. I'll do some weird stuff pre-flop because the rake is 10%. You have some splash pots, so it's effective 5%. But when there is no splash pots, it's 10%. That's why, for example, the queens are not free bets to 10, but something like 13. It's because when I get called, I just lose money, like way more than if the rake is 5%. So you have incentives to for bigger. Anyway, hope you are doing well. I'm doing well. I did the challenge for a lot of people. There could have saw this on Discord. So if you're not on the Discord yet, just follow it. I started to say how it was going since day one. I'm gonna limp paste 10 off here. We'll explain why. And it went pretty well, to be honest. So the challenge I selected between there were like two challenge. One was going from 100 dollars to like 10k in 1 month, and the other one was 3k to 30k. I choose the second one, but I prefer to start with a bone call of 5k. And in 10 days we finished the challenge, so I upped something like 28k on 10 days, which is literally incredible. To be honest, I didn't thought I was going to do this as fast, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, so if you want to see a bit more about the challenge, you can join the Discord. I really think I will do content about this, like reviewing ends, reviewing the spew I did, my overall strategy, like my preparation, like all these type of things. I think this can be like a great subject of videos. I'm gonna jam the Eastern off here. So he's always going to fold, and I believe this guy has a really strong end or bad ends. And just because his range will have like way more bad ends in terms of combos, I think he will fall super often. Because the only combos make sense to play with this size are aces. I do believe he has in like ace king, he will never re-raise like this. And the reason why I limp is because players tend to raise, fold way too much, and I don't really want to open like 10 blinds to have like 3 call in the splash pot. So I do think limp is fine here. I'm going to open. In terms of opening sizing, you actually like to open bigger because you don't want to see any flop. Because of the rake, but yep. So for example, ace jack now with this format benefits less as a call. So it's actually way better to free bet. In terms of free bet size, I'll just in terms of 4-bet size, I'll just 4-bet really big here. So yeah, I really think I'll be content about this. As you saw, there were less few contents. I was just not focused on this, even if it's a mistake. I should do that, but I'll definitely do content on challenge. I think there's a lot of things to do. And I still have a lot of content on GG. So as you see, I don't play GG anymore. Of course, I didn't do the challenge on GG because otherwise, I don't think I'll be able to do what I did because the rake is way too high. And also part of the boycott, even if I stopped playing on GG actually before the boycott. I'm gonna jam here false. Always jam with the splash pot and 8 blinds in the pot. And hit queen 9 of diamond. And I guess we win this one. No, we don't win this one. It's okay. So yeah, and now even after the challenge, it actually went well. So I think I will just try to do 50k this month, and after I think a lot of things going on, a lot of projects in poker, not related to the game. Can't tell more right now, but we have things. So I free bet king jack here, 5x. Board is 10-9-5. So I work the theory 60 deep, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget a bit like what did change on this type of situation exactly. I do believe check is a bit better here because our stack depth where actually jamming is fine. And I do believe most people over bet against me c-bet on this type of board, so I'm actually fine checking it. I want to check. We actually have a lot of fold equity, so I think this line is completely fine. King Jack now on this turn. It's a pretty good card for me. I don't think they bluff enough when I check, so I will bet. Now the question is what size makes the most sense against a human, and I do believe here 10 is bet often on the flop. So he has like a pretty weak end, and I think I just wants to get called by this type of hand. So I will do really weird move. I'll size this way because I think the big portion of his range now is a6 or pocket pair that were scared on the flop, and I like my sizing because I really don't represent strong, and I can also deny in like pocket pair, and that sounds dumb, but like if he's never giving you money with sixes, you're actually quite happy if he falls, because if he touches six, you're going to lose some money. So I'm actually fine with the play. I will not play like this if the board was different, but I think the pool doesn't have enough calls, and just don't bluff when I check enough. So it's a weird situation where I just like bet, try to get called by really weak hand, and also denies him. Quite happy also if you fall like in like ace-5, for example. I'm gonna fall jack-6 off here. And ace-queen against freaks. Size, really don't like this type of free bets because the ranges are usually pretty strong. And now with the rake of 10%, I think I will call if the rake was 5, but now with 10, I think we should just fold. Probably 9 big blinds and 0.9 big blinds just go in the rake. So I'll fold ace queen off here. 6-3 off, I'll fold. And I think I'll also do like more like a live play video like this for a period of time because they're actually quite easy to do for me. And I can just ask my editor to just do the thumbnail, and after they're released, compared to the best of where I need to check them. I will try overall to do like better contents, a bit less like, I will not say boring, but I think it's better if the content is a bit more like dynamic. So when I don't do a live play like this, I'll try to do that. So I will free bet here a7. That's the same thing as said before. I think 4x open is not that strong overall. And just there's like way too much money in the pot. I mean, I put 18 to win 10. So every time he falls, I win the pot, and when he calls, I can still like make him fall. So when there is splash pot, I will always free bet extremely aggressively. Same strategy on GG. Well, for example, I'm not that like this is a folder with this rate. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk that much about the adaptation because you're not a lot of you are playing Winamax, so I don't think it's that interesting. I'm gonna call here, lose, no point here. I didn't see that he was 15 dips, but Jack 10 against spot here. That's a weird sizing. I do believe he doesn't have a 4 super often, but actually depends if it's a rag. I'm not surprised to see a 4 in the size. If it's a rag, this will be like bluff heavy because I don't think they play 4 this way. Without any informations, I'm just gonna fold. 6-9 suited. That's a bit too bad to open. Queen 10, I'm going to open, and 6-3 off. I think I'm going to fold. So I did a challenge on 5 rooms, Winamax, that you can only play from France and Spain also. Party poker, French party poker. So same, only play from France. I mean, it depends actually. You can play from other countries, but mainly France. I play on Bet Poker Italy, and I play on, I mean, BetClick, but didn't play any hands on BetClick French because there was just no volume. And the last one was Club GG, and my best results were on the Club GG, and main results came from like Winamax and Club GG. Also, the main volume came from here. I played more on Winamax, but it's more something like 60-40 or something like this. Okay, on Jack 10 here, I will bet the turn here. I won't bet that big here. I will explain why. I'm gonna bet output. Ace queen should have 3 bets. We are on king 5-3. I'm going to bet really small. So I didn't bet bigger because when I bet this sizing, people raise nuts too much. So on like blank for now, I can just jam, and like because there are 2 cards, they're going to fold anything. So when I do this type of move, it's just because like most people overfold, so I actually don't care about my blockers and anything. I'm not saying that G2 is not important, okay? I'm not on this call, but yeah, when people overfold, I just take all my bluffs. I'm fine with that. Ace queen off here. Here, like technically you can play polar, but like having a small bet sizing also makes sense. You target ends like pocket pairs in his range. And actually, ace queen suited is a bit too loose to play as a bet turn jam, because I don't expect him to call me with bet turns super often. So what I like to do is playing with the size, and now I think he's folding pocket pair on the turn mostly. So I'm not sure about the sizing on the river now. He doesn't have that many kings actually, just king, jack, king, queen. I think I need to value bet, but I want to check. Really not sure about this one. I don't want to like bet 5 and like let him bluff, transfer bluff, everything. Yeah, I don't see what I beat, to be honest. I think it's a flush. Especially this size, like since he wants to get called. Yeah, I'm gonna fold here. I don't have any information. He's not value betting ace queen, and bluffs are tough to find. So in this scenario, I just fold. Also, don't hesitate to ask in the chat. What I have. It's just a plus-CV move, because sometimes it will show what they have, and sometimes they will not. But when they will not show, like you don't lose any EV. So there is no chat in this format, but usually what I do if I play against a rake, I just ask in the chat what he has and to show me. I say, like, just show me, please. And if he doesn't, well, it changes nothing. And sometimes he will, and that can bring you a lot of information. So actually, it's sometimes it sounds a bit weird, but you need to do this all the time. Ace and off here on ace 9 deuce. I expect most people to under raise here. Theoretically, you should start to be really close with some a6. And I do believe here against the pool, actually calling doesn't make any money. The pool is kind of tight, so I'm not playing enough with raise, so I'll fold. Sounds tight, but if you see the EV I have, when I call on solvers, you will see it's actually really bad. I expect nines deuces to play all, and this nine to play always like this. And actually, if he plays only flush draws and two pairs, I can even call because the bluff has way too much equity, and it depends how much flush draws he has. And he should take some like 3x, 9x as a raise, and with a big sizing. So that's how I should play it theoretically. And I do believe they are not doing this. So if you just remove this type of combos, you go on pure, you do not lock. It's a fold. Like you just don't call an ace. And you have like better ace x6 to call, especially ends with redraw. So you prefer to have an like ace king of diamond. So this should be a fold. King queen of here will open. And against an open, I will free bet. And again, just really weird format, but I'll free bet for X here. Probably better to do 9, just if this guy is jamming, but that doesn't change that much. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, they both folds. So yeah, I don't play on EG anymore. So the main content I will do now is on Winamax and also Club GG. And Club GG, for those who don't know, is like really different from GG. And it's just like a great tool. I think I will talk a bit more about it. Some people contact me to promote some clubs in the room, and I don't know what was there in my challenge, and overall just stable or great. So I think I will like do the advertisement on YouTube, just not for the moment, because I just need to think about it. Also like check like the legal things, if it's fine if I do like promotions of this. And I'll talk more about it in details on YouTube after. I'm going to open here in the splash pot, supported 5. They are not repeating enough against the size, so calling too much. Of course, you're not happy when you get called, but like you just play king free off in position against like a capped range. So in general, this opens in the splash pot just win a ton of money, because the ranges that should free bet just call. I'll bet small here with king free. Then I will open. I can open 3x also. Okay, he called. Now I think I need to take the most money of an ace, and I actually think only an ace will call me. And I do believe he's not folding an ace if I go for like pot, for example. So I think I will just pot here. And his calling range is only an ace, so I really think you should oversize here. Jack 10 here against small blind. I'll just check back. And now that he checks, I think he's capped, so I'll just bet the turn. And he calls. Six is probably one of the worst, but I still believe he will have enough folds here. So I'm not that sure. I don't have that much time to think about it, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't believe he has like nines often. Yeah, I'm gonna fold here. I'm gonna check. I don't have enough time to think about the bluffs, and when I just don't have enough time, I just play like this. I just play like more or less with I don't have the English word. My certainty. If I'm not certain that the bluff is fine and my attainment is close to zero, I just don't take the bluff, because I notice that if I take the bluff when it's too close to zero, in general, my bluff just shit. So I have more EVs to just not bluff. I have 30 dips here with the rake, assuming that jamming is fine. Jack 10 here when we get call, we're going to bet half pot and splash pot. And he called with ace deuce, so pretty good result. Okay, this guy calls. And on the 10, I don't think we're going to blood this hand. Now I'm trying things a lot in my game. It's why in my challenge I didn't check solvers at all. I want to try other things and like play a bit less like GTO oriented. But again, it doesn't mean you don't need to learn it. I think it's really important to be a strong player. But and you know what? I'm gonna try the line. I want to try this line. Not sure if it's great, but I want to try the like small all-in. I do believe the raising range have like close to 100% equity against me. I don't see that many ends for the raise and bluff now on the turn. So I do believe he will have a lot of like ace of spades that's just going to fall, and also you avoid scenarios when you just check the turn, you're in tough situation. So it has you have incentives to keep the betting this type of line. So I trace them a lot. Honestly, I can do like a whole list of moves I'm trying. But yeah, I think it's great. I can try them in video a bit more also. And I think even in value, like this line makes sense. So I'll not play only bluffs in this line. I mean, sometimes in some spots, yeah, I'm always bluffing and always value betting, but I just let you try to understand. King 5, I'm going to open here. King 10 off. Probably gonna fall against freaks. Yeah. I'm gonna call. Yeah, as you see, like 10% rake here. I don't remember. I don't learn the ranges. I just ran the ranges like with a friend like really long time ago. On Monker. Queen 10 here when he checks. So it's always a hand. So the question is, do you want to make fall the king or not? But I do believe air is always betting on the flop, to be honest. So like just don't play aggressively this type of offline. And now I will just fold the queen 10, even if he doesn't have a 6, I'll be tough for him. But I'll just fold. So yeah, just don't probe all the time, especially when they check on boards where like most people just bet the air, because you can just face range that will just call you 100% on the turn, and this is just disastrous when you're bluffing. I'm gonna open Jack 10, bit loose, mid 2. Okay, Ashen was playing 600 NL before. I mean yesterday, and I play him because he's a recreational player. I play him like for 2 ends after he left the table, unfortunately. And about the GG boycott, so I saw it. My opinion about this is it's great to do boycotts, but I think they don't care. To be honest, I think they don't care. I talked to them like not many times, but I talked to the team. I just think like they really don't like professionals. So even if they win less, but there's like less professional, like they will just like it. So I think like nothing will change, to be honest. And I saw a video about on Phil Galfon's channel, but I really advise you, by the way. I will send the link in my description. And he was saying that if it works, then why the other rooms can't do the same? Like if they doesn't lose that much money and there are like more recreational players and they have a better experience, why would the other room are not doing this? And this is actually true. So I'm not to say I'm not saying I'm scared, because even if it changes, it will take a lot of times, and like rooms also make money from like regs and professionals. So that's actually why we like can win, because otherwise just every rooms will put like 10% reg, and if they don't do this, because it's also great for them to have like pros. I do believe, again, that's my opinion. Pocket 10s here. You open big, but yeah, I'm gonna free bet here. I don't have that much time bank, so I need to be careful. And I'm gonna do 16. I think that's great. And he fold, okay. And 7 folds. The people that I tag in blue, I was playing them 3 years ago. No, 3 years now. Yeah, 3 years and a half ago. I was playing 100 NL. It was yeah. I just after the lockdown. Great memories. Lockdown was great for me because I was quitting school. I'm next to this. I was at the university, like sports science, thing like this. I got my year, but I didn't. I didn't came back. Age 9, I'm going to bed super small. So first, I say to my parents that I was doing. I don't have the English word, but when you do a break for 1 year in your studies, it's easier. Maybe it's easier. I'm gonna call here always. Maybe it's going okay. But and yeah, I did my year. I went to Estonia and like never study again. I mean, I never had the idea to came back. I'm fine with like the university and studying and stuff, but just like I didn't find anything that I really liked. So poker was just the best choice. I mean, I started to learn poker at 16, so I had some like things that I learned before lockdown, of course. I'll have a video also about my story. I think it's might be a great thing, because oh geez, that was not easy. If you think I was winning in 100 NL in 3 months, it was not like this at the beginning. It was a bit more difficult. It's normal, like we all have like a different type of progression. I'm going to bet super small. I do believe the main range I can value is pocket pair, and I think it's just the best size. Can maybe size a bit lower. And like ace jack is going to bet before. Pocket 8 here against 3 players. I'm going to bet here super small. I will explain why. And ace 10 now. I think yeah, I'm gonna bet 1.5 here. Oh, queens, that's weird. Yeah, I think they never bluff when I check, and I want to be called by pocket pairs. So if I bet too big, they fold. Only 1.5, maybe 1.8 is a bit better. So I bet super small with eights. Now I can bluff because this guy doesn't have a king. I think the main range he has is 9s, 10 jacks. I'm gonna bet small again because right now I don't think he has any hands that can really bluff me. I don't think people bluff the spots, and he can just raise the stronger hand. So if he raises, just fold. And now when he calls against my size compared to also size, I will have more fold equity on the river. I call this SPR manipulation because you kind of manipulate your sizing just to trick some reaction on like villain's range. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, he can have bluffs, like they're also always fine. Random bluffs. I do believe that the range now is stronger, and when he calls, I can just fire, and I will have more full equity compared to if I bet 13 or 15 and then just start calling ends like king queen nines, sixes and stuff. I'm gonna fold. And that's true. Sometimes you can trigger raise, but I don't believe it's going to happen that much in these limits here. Especially because I still like bet twice, you know, like queens doesn't really want to bet. So I can still play kings with this side, probably play king with this side, by the way. So yeah. Ace four suited, I'm going to fold. I thought about doing like a challenge in live. Like I just go to states, grind one room, and I try to do as much as I can in 1 month, starting from like 1K or 2K. I think it's gonna be really great fun also. And there's probably a bit more wait, I'm gonna I think I need to jam. Yeah. I don't have that much time. Then I'm gonna follow the rake. Okay, so I'll follow. Yeah, it's more compatible with the thing I do right now. Compared to like if I grind online, I need to be focused, but on live it can just be on my phone. I mean, not always on your phone because you need to like be focused in live if you want to like have more like cheap CV. Ace 8 off here is gonna be in the free betting range. Can free bet bigger than 5x. It's fine. Okay, king jack off, I'm going to open. Free deuce off, I'm gonna fold. Day 9 off here. I'm gonna fold. I think free bet is fine, especially when they open freaks. I'm gonna free bet that big here. I'm gonna free bet just 15. So this is a bit tougher because now like calling makes some EV when the pot is 5 blinds and the guy only open freaks because most of the pool is playing really face up or playing really face up. So and now this guy jam, but I do believe freaks is weaker, so like free betting 10-9 is fine. Just it's tougher because I have even the call, so I need to compare call and raise. Options I'm gonna fold, of course, and ace 5 off now. I'm gonna think it's better to fold. I'm going to open a7 off, and I'm going to open jack 10 suited also. Okay. Jack 10 suited here. I'm going to check. Hmm. I'm gonna check with Jack 10. I'm gonna try something. Like if I bet pot, she's folding pocket pairs. Like pocket pairs just check the turn. And if you start bluffing them, I would just raise anyway. So I think I just get money from Enzo just bluff me right now. And if I pot, he will call ace queen. But now I can just raise. So I can do something like 14. And now I can like value the bluff that would have fold. I don't think he has pocket pair. I think he has mainly like his queenish jack, and I'll try to make fold this. Okay, I think he's folding an ace. Like I don't see with what hints he's really thinking about. Oh, well, I actually didn't expect this that many times to calculate. Wait, I need 61. I do believe it's a fold. Kind of slow now because I'm tired. Yeah, it should be a fold. But that's not what I don't know what he's jamming, to be honest. Like so rare. Because the range that can be raised is just like 2 per plus. And all the 2 per plus are just betting on the flop super often. So yeah, and if I was putting anyway, he will have raised. So that's fine. Nice fail. Nice fail. Okay, I'm gonna play kings. And when he jumps, I think probably have better even the calling line. Yeah, I shouldn't change that much. Oh, cool. Because now, like the range I value when I jump from them is going to raise my call intents, and now I can just call ends that actually weaker than kings, and so I will not be able to realize equity because I'll always bet on the flop. So I do believe calling is a bit better. And here we'll bet. I don't think I need to do big sizing here, and if you raise, it's just not full, I guess. Probably better to size a bit bigger because now if you raise, I'll just put him on like, I don't know, like 8-7 or something. I'll see what sizing he's doing. No, he fold, okay. And we were against ace queen, so we took 10 big blinds from him, so it's always great. Okay. Queen jack off, probably going to call. Yeah, so join the Discord, guys, because sometimes we are doing end reviews on the Discord, friend reviews, of course. We did it once, like I think 2 weeks ago, and now I'll try to do it a bit more like regularly. So join the Discord. I think off here I'm going to open. Ace-3 suited. I'm going to fold. Yeah, I'm going to fold. Ace-10 off here. I'm going to open. I'm gonna play the last end. I'm going to open here. And now we're going to wait like 1 minute that this guy is connecting. No, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna follow in this size. Then in the off, I'll fold to ace jack. I'm going to open both opens. Okay, this will be the last ends. Jack 10 now. I'm just going to bet big on this flop. Like in 50 and I'm not raising enough to big bet sizing, so it's actually a great option. 1/3 is also fine because you can barrel lots. And EV should be really close. It's really complicated to calculate the EV differential between like 1/3 barrel and 3/4 because it depends on the pool reaction, and even just like calculate the EV depending on like what options are taking. It's really difficult because you need to calculate it for now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, blah blah blah, you know the story, and check out the Discord. And if you have any questions, comments below. Bye guys.